the 8 favorites to win the 2026 World Cup number 8. The Netherlands, also known as the eternal contender that never quite makes it. 3 World Cup finals, 0 titles. 1974, 1998, and 2010, 3 times just 1 match away from glory. And 3 times they walked away empty-handed. The current team has everything to repeat that history. Not because they're bad, but because they have exactly the same profile as the Dutch teams that reached those finals and lost. Talent, huge talent, quarter-final mentality. Virgil van Dijk is still one of the best defenders in the world. Jody Gakpo and Xavi Simons have the level to hurt any team. But when the tournament gets serious, when the match that defines everything arrives, the Netherlands historically shuts down, and this team could easily reach the semifinals and could just as easily lose there, in a way that leaves everyone wondering how it happened. If the Netherlands wins this World Cup, I'll eat my hat. But if they go far and fall in a dramatic way, no one should be surprised. That's what they do. Number 7. Germany. 2 consecutive eliminations in the group stage. 2018 and 2022, something that had never happened in Germany's history. Julian Nagelsmann took over a team in ruins and is rebuilding it. Jamal Musiala is one of the most complete midfielders of his generation, although he has been underperforming lately. Florian Wirtz plays at a level that very few people in the world can match. And Sané, when he's at his best, is unstoppable. Germany's problem isn't talent, it's mentality. 2 straight first-round exits have left scars. Germany can easily reach the semifinals, but to win the World Cup, they must show the trauma from 2018 and 2022 is behind them. The bet is that they'll go far. The question is whether they can get over the line. Brazil hasn't won a World Cup since 2002, and this summer was supposed to end that drought. Then, Rodrigo tore his ligaments. His absence is a huge blow. Rodrigo was the balance in Brazil's attack, the connector, creator, and playmaker when the match got tight. Without him, everything depends on Vinicius Jr. and Neymar, who isn't match fit. Carlo Ancelotti took charge with more club titles than any coach. Coaching a national team in the World Cup is a whole new challenge, especially with a team as high-profile and ego-driven as Brazil. The question is whether Ancelotti can achieve club-level success with a national team, given less time and more egos to manage. Brazil has the talent to win, but they're led by a coach with no World Cup experience and carrying the pressure of 24 years without a title. Number 5. Portugal. Let's be honest about something. If Roberto Martinez could build his ideal Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo, at 41 years old, wouldn't be starting. But Portugal doesn't live in an ideal world. They live in a world where Cristiano Ronaldo is untouchable, and no one dares tell him to sit. This causes a major tactical issue, since the rest of the squad is also formidable. Bruno Fernandes controlling the game, Rafael Leão and Bernardo Silva on the flanks, Ruben Dias in defense. A whole generation, young and hungry. If Portugal organizes their game around that team, they can beat anyone. If they organize their game around Ronaldo, at 41 years old, the quarterfinals are his ceiling, and the decision Martinez makes will define how far they go. I might get criticized in the comments for my opinion on Cristiano Ronaldo, but it needs to be said. He's a phenomenon. But does this age hold back his country? Number 4, Argentina. Argentina is coming from Qatar 2022 undefeated in official matches, with the most solid team culture in world football. At this moment, Julian Alvarez has become one of the most complete forwards on the planet. They also have young prospects who have already experienced the tension of a World Cup, especially a World Cup final. But there's an unspoken question in Argentina. Can this team win a World Cup without Messi playing his best? Because Messi is 38 years old, and even though his presence changes everything, even just standing on the field, the opponents have to worry about him. The Messi of 2026 is not the same as in 2022, but there's a key point. You know it's true. Whenever a World Cup nears, Messi surprises us with something new. Does playing for Argentina excite him more? The question is, will the same thing happen in this World Cup? Argentina has never had to win a tournament without its biggest star. They always had Kempes, Maradona, and Messi, so this could be the first time that happens. If the team can't do it without Messi, the first tough test could knock them out. Number 3, England. That was England's only title. Jeff Hurst, Wembley, the ghost goal against Germany. And since then, nothing. 60 years of "this time it's ours," and 60 years of disappointment. This team stands out from previous ones, not just because English fans claim it, they always do, but because the numbers support it. Jude Bellingham is among football's most complete midfielders. Bukayo Saka, and Kane. England's offensive depth, which is possibly the best of any team in this tournament. Harry Kane has been one of the best forwards in the world for years, and Thomas Tuchel, who won the Champions League as an underdog with Chelsea, was brought in specifically to do what previous English coaches couldn't. England's long-standing question mark has always been their mentality in big matches, the penalty shootouts, the semi-final game. Is Tuchel the best answer they've had to that question? If it doesn't work with him, it likely won't with anyone. Plus, England literally has the most expensive squad along with France, which is worth noting. Number 2. France. 2 World Cups won. A final in 2022 that went to penalties. A squad so deep that losing a starter to injury is barely noticeable. Kylian Mbappé is the fastest and most decisive striker on the planet. And in the World Cups, he becomes even more lethal. Dembélé, at his best, is unstoppable. The midfield of Kolo, Tchouaméni, and Camavinga can physically outmatch any opponent. Didier Deschamps, the only person to win a World Cup as player and coach, is coaching his last tournament. That fact matters. Deschamps knows exactly what it takes to win this. He's done it twice and already has experience from back then, so why aren't they the favorites? Because France in Euro 2024 played as if they were afraid to win, a team built to attack that took refuge in conservatism. Mbappé reached the semi-final with just 1 goal to his name. Only one. If France plays to their potential with this squad, they'll win the tournament easily. But if Deschamps plays it safe and restricts the system, they'll lose in the semi-finals. And we'll wonder why. France's biggest enemy isn't in any group of the tournament, it's on their own bench. Spain won Euro 2024 with an average age of 24, the youngest team to win a major tournament in recent football history. And since then, they've only gotten better. Lamine Yamal is 18 years old and is already one of the top 5 wingers in Europe. Pedri controls the midfield with a calmness beyond his years. Dani Olmo brings creativity and unpredictability. Pau Cubarsí, still a teenager, is the pillar of the defense. But what is most frightening about Spain isn't any individual player, it's the system. Luis de la Fuente created a team that doesn't rely on any one player. If Jamal or Pedri struggle, others step up and the team keeps going. That's the hardest thing to achieve in football. And Spain has it at Euro 2024. They won tough matches. They won by dominating. They won by coming from behind. They won close games. They showed that they know how to win in every possible way. And on top of that, they're the #1 team in the world in the FIFA ranking. The betting houses have them as favorites. The analysts have them as favorites, and I have them as favorites. Spain is the team to beat in this World Cup. And right now, just before the tournament starts, there's no solid argument to say otherwise. But now I ask you, which team are you betting on? Leave a comment. If you liked this video, check out this other one. I think you'll enjoy it. See you there.